EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo here today calling the action from the cliffs at Lighthouse Point. And Frank, this course features some breathtaking scenery.
It certainly does, Rich. Changes of elevation, and it's in phenomenal shape. We've got to send our thanks out to the superintendent, Peyton Duncan, who's got the course exactly primed. You should enjoy it. You should enjoy the views. Take your camera as well. This is very scenic up in New England.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. This one's looking good. On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Wow, I thought he made that. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. Just keeping the leaders within sight, Frank.
Doing a good job, really. Leaders at the moment, they seem to be in a playing to a different level, but top 10, interesting over these next few holes.
Headed for the bunker? Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
And what a great bunker shot. Frank, best bunker players that you've ever seen.
Most of them South African. Gary Player, anyone else, David Frost. Just have a great feel. A little bit like what we just saw there.
Did the job right there. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo back with you at the third hole here at the Cliffs. And this is a hole that offers up a chance to put a red number on the board, Frank.
It certainly does. A good drive finding this very narrow fairway will certainly give you the opportunity to reach the green in 2. Stray a little left, either with the drive or the second, and all of a sudden you might realize this par 5 has teeth.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. So 2 under early on. Now back over to the fourth. Frank, this is a very nice start to the round. Couple of birdies on the scorecard. Looks extremely solid.
Yeah, it looks well poised, actually, to have a very good round today.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Settles in over the putt. Has the birdie to move to 3 under par for the championship. Now at the fifth hole, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
Well, it's very easy to get lulled into a false sense of security here, Rich. No fairway bunkers, you sort of think you would blaze away. But really, you've got to find the fairway here. Very small green and well protected by that bunker, short and right of this green. So if you miss the fairway, this hole becomes very difficult indeed quite quickly.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. So through one round, Frank, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great performance, especially from tee to green. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic.
Oh, I liked that.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Just a beautiful approach shot. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. Just playing excellent golf. 5 under for the tournament. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right. And that's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. But it's enough green left of the flag here. That's really what you've got to be looking at, that front left section.
That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. That is some good work right there. Birdie, and 1 shot closer to the lead. The round continues at Lighthouse Point, and Frank, the 15th hole is a par 4, only 387 yards. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick, and then swing away. So on the dance floor, not bad, 8 feet from the hole. Locked in on the read and the speed. And he has it for birdie. And another fun hole here at Lighthouse Point. It's the last par 3 on the back 9 as we begin this closing stretch. 241 yards downhill, par 3 16th.
Well, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Just 5 feet left.
One more birdie, and now tied for the lead.
The 17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And Frank, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh,
but
it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You can see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way with a magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side.
Third shot, looking for a good one. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Putting up some impressive numbers out here now. 9 under for the tournament. We've made it at last to the 18th, partner. What a finishing hole.
It is. It's a tee shot you have to respect. That fairway goes on that sort of 60-degree angle towards the left, so you have to know how far you fly the ball, and of course you can't afford to miss hit your tee shot. But a good tee shot. Let's talk a bit positive here. Good tee shot in the middle of the fairway. Just going to leave you a short iron and an excellent chance to finish with another birdie. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Second shot now, and this is from 140 yards away. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Getting set now over the putt. Could it be? This one has a chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. Well, at last we're at number 18, and Frank, I have really enjoyed this golf course, and now when you see the lighthouse in the distance, it really makes it that much more special.
It is. The beacon will always take you home, and speaking of home, this finishing hole, it bends to the left. A good tee shot will somehow find the fairway and just leave you a short iron in, and of course, you make 3 here, and then that smile's going to light up like a beacon.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Good chance at one. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Par 4 7th, only 370 yards. Frank, decision to be made off that tee.
It is. I walked this hole, Rich, to the narrowest point of the fairway. It's 278 yards, and if you want to carry that left side, you're going to have to be strong, 300 yards. So really, I don't know if driver's the play. Maybe even 3 wood's too much. You might have to throttle back even further. So the hole might be short. You just might get a little bit of a longer second shot than what the scorecard would normally allow you.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That's how you maintain momentum. Make those putts for par. Getting set at the 8th hole. It's a par 3 of 165 yards. Break it down for us, partner.
This gets really narrow in the middle of this green, Rich. That's sort of the biggest problem. Matter of fact, only had 12 yards from that left side to the right in the middle. And the green itself actually is 3 times that in length, 36 yards. So straightness is the key here.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
Now to the par 5 9th. Frank, what are we looking at here?
Well, for the longer hitters, it's actually a chance to reach a par 5 and 2. 300 yards is where that fairway starts to bend more to the left. So if you do the maths, it's going to give you roughly 2. Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though?
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet?
It's still going.
I tell you, there's long and long. And that, with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up.
Surely not.
Couldn't have done much better than that. An eagle is very possible. He's made it. We move to the 9th hole and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs. And the designer's really thrown the boat out. Excuse the pun, we are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole, but of course everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price.
This is a good-looking shot. Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it. Computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Frank, this is just an absolute bludgeoning right now. An eagle, and the lead widens. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the mid-season classic. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that, hanging in the sky.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Oh, do that. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right, and that's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. But it's enough green left of the flag here. That's really what you've got to be looking at, that front left section.
Well, that is a ball striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the cause.
He'll take par and move on. The round continues at Lighthouse Point, and Frank, the 15th hole is a par 4, only 387 yards. And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there. Wow, Frank, that was an absolute bomb right there.
Yeah, what's longer than long? Because we just saw it.
Birdie try up next.
This is an awkward length. Can't birdie them all, Rich.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Just dwindling the holes down. Pars are fine right now.
Final par 3 on the backside. It's the 16th, 241 yards. Time to make a move as we are in the finishing stretch here.
When you give the scorecard a cursory look, you might think 240-something yards is a difficult hole, but this plays quite a bit downhill, so it plays more around the 200-yard mark. A fairly generous green, protected by the bunker.
I like the looks of this one. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
17th hole is another par 5 over 600 yards. You get a terrific view of Juniata Crossway Bridge just ahead. And Frank, if you jump over that bridge, you can get a dynamite lobster roll at Nielsen's Lobster Shack. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Oh,
but
it's one of the best.
It just adds to sort of the charm of this area. But what a hole this is.
S-shaped par 5. You see it bending to the right off the tee, and then the hole starts to go the other way. Magnificent view of the bridge you're just referring to. Reachable for the longest hitters, but once again, avoid the bunkers, and they're all down the right side.
It should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. Well on the green, but far from the hole.
A little bit of a head scratcher. A lot of work coming up here.
Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Birdie putt coming up. Had a bogey on this hole yesterday. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Frank, we've made it to the finishing hole. If you're having a good day, you stop and you reflect for just a moment. The beauty surrounding you, how well you've played. If it hasn't gone all that well, you're thinking about jumping on the Juniata Crossway Bridge off to the left and getting out of Dodge. Come on, you can't hit a ball that hard.
That is crushing it beyond all crushing.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. I mean, just get it out.
You know how to play this shot, Frank, right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you have to pick it cleanly, and keep your head still. Nice approach shot. We'll be happy with that. to win the mid-season classic.
In this situation, Richard, bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Just a fantastic week of golf. Add that one to the win count.
A lot of great quality players out there, and to come on top of that leaderboard is truly a great accomplishment.